We got map number 4 coming out here for top left, Boston Downsizing. Top right is going to be your Shanghai Staggered. It is Eichenwalde. Oh, Julik, what do you like about Eichenwalde's first point?
What I like is that this particular point, the first choke, it's a make or break for the teams because it's so difficult to get through. You need to have almost the perfect comp and the perfect coordination to be able to break through when the defensive team is just bulking down, doing a lot of damage, breaking a lot of shields, and you're not able to get through. So
I personally
hoping,
like seeing, because it's so hard, you might see a May to wall off that first little bridge, but they can come out. They might be able to push forward on the left side from the defensive point of view in the little hole, but you kind of get a May and a Junkrat, and the May is going to block off the first point, and Junkrat's just going to shoot bombs into that little hole.
Yeah, I'm hoping to see a Sombra to essentially break all of that. So Boston is looking for a very standard defensive play here, and I'm hoping that Shanghai gets a little bit more interesting and maybe throws a Sombra in there, maybe a May, even a
Hammond.
Hamster. There we go, the Hammond. I like that. I like that play. Let's see if that plays off.
Now we do have the score so far is Boston Downsizing is at 1 and Shanghai Staggered is at 2. On defense first is going to be Boston. We have Mark on Junkrat. We have Refuse on Lucio. We have Sky on Diva. We have Willie over on McCree. We have our Artillatron who came in for Shadow. It's going to be your main tank on Orisa. And Greco is going to be healing again on that Moira.
Shanghai Super King back on Reaper, Chicken Nugget sticking with Winston, Mirari on Mercy, Ranger sticking with Ryan, Ryu with the Blade, and Ron Lee with the 200 IQ Lucio.
Right now we do see Shanghai going very far left, and they're going to have a few people trying to flank as best they can. The Genji does get it, Ryutix does get the full flank. Not going to be counterbanned with. I like the Boston's holding point right now, but Ryutix is going to be in the back, and McCree sees him, trying to deal with him in the back, and he's getting low. Willie's getting so low. Decided to back off, getting healed. Ryutix still alive, though, and doing a lot of good poke damage, not finding pretty good. But Chicken Nugget falls down to Marks' bombs, and right now it is a Chicken Nugget. Unfortunately, looks like he got DC'd. Chicken Nugget. So they're going to hold off, maybe perhaps because Mark's evidently got that pick on him. That does mean that he DC'd slightly, so we're going to wait for him possibly to get back. It is a legit DC this time. So we're going to have this amazing beep going on for the next few minutes. And so far, Julik, what are you thinking about Shanghai's attack?
From the very first game, I questioned the Reinhardt with Ranger and the Winston. But we're in the 4th match here. And they've been
It seems to be working.
It seems to be working. I cannot question their plays, just like I cannot question Boston's tactics when it comes to waiting for the point to be online for them to challenge it. So
a lot of interesting things that usually we don't see, but we love seeing it because it seems to be working, or at least it has sound thought process behind it.
yeah, I'm learning as well because now I know that, you know, it's probably a good idea to challenge the point when it's online. That way, if you do win the battle, you get the most percentages. And I can also see the Ranger and what's his name again? The Winston Chicken. They have a good chemistry in my opinion. They have to, because to run this particular comp, a Ryan with the Winston, it takes not only personal skill but a lot of communication skill. And I'm that's what I really loved about Shanghai. They have that that teamwork. So.
Well, both teams actually not using the usual comps when you see two tanks, because the combos you usually see is going to be a Ryan and Zarya. Zarya is able to shield the Ryan as he charges in, able to kind of give that big presence, big bulky damage presence up in the front. You might see Diva Winston, which is going to be your dive tanks, a lot of verticality. You'll see that on perhaps Gibraltar, where there's a lot of high ground, a lot of back and forth, or a Orisa Hog. Orisa is able to use that halt. And then as soon as the halt starts pulling it in, it's almost a guaranteed hook accuracy percentage to get the pull in and get that free kill. Neither team is using any of those combos. Because right now, Boston is using Diva and Orisa. Diva perhaps trying to be up and down. And Chicken Nugget, who is just being subbed out for Cactus. Cactus does get back in, so the game will resume for Shanghai. And he's going to be sticky. He's going to be staying on that Winston. So
interesting. I wonder if they actually practice this particular comp. You know, Ryan and Winston, trying to maybe create their own meta, and be known as the Shanghai Ryan and Winston team.
Now, Winston is very good at kind of stopping the harassment going on in his backline, or to harass himself in the backline. Ranger's shield already falling down, so a lot of damage coming out. Sky dashing forward, trying to do a little bit of damage. It's going to be going really, really low. Almost getting booped off. But Willie going to say, Ranger and Mirari, get off my point, sir. And Ryutik's trying to flank around the back side, and right now Shanghai's going to have to retreat. Ryutik's getting really low, and he does get away. That would have been a big stagger or more ult charge for Boston, but they do back up, and they're going to try again.
Yeah, we got Cactus, so I'm wondering, because we did mention how much of a teamwork it requires to run something so unusual. So let's see if Cactus and Ranger can actually hold it down for us.
I like this change from Super King. Super King getting off what he was. He's on a Junkrat to push. Is very easy for Junkrat to break through the Arista shield. He does finish off Marks. Cactus diving forward to try and do a lot of damage in the backline. Greco does get Ryutik's with her Coalescence and Ranger. Cactus only finishing off Artillery's bongos. Not enough to do anything. Ryutik's gonna get res from Mirai. A blade coming out and a high noon coming out from Willie, who is going to find Ryutik's just out of the corner of his eye, as Ryutik's was trying with his blade to use his deflect to push the Deadeye back, but Willie waiting to the very last second and then finishing him off. Ugh. Back and forth that are so crazy. I love that.
Excellent ult usage by Boston with Orisa's ult, followed by Riff's beat, and to finish it off with McCree's ult, Deadeye, by Willie.
Now, if you notice, Boston is the only one that still has ults. Super King will has up his up really soon, though. One more bomb hit, and he will. Here comes out the fire in the hole. That is going to be hit by Ryutix, who has switched to a Hanzo. Mark does finish off Ryutix as he's away in the ground. A shatter, not going to find any purchase, unfortunately, but Artillatron is going to go down. Refuse is going to finish off Ranger. Wiley going to finish off Mirai. Refuse on a rampage, finishing off a Super King as well. Runely going to say, you're not the only Lucio that can do damage, and finishes off Willie. Ryutix is going to finish off Refuge with the Storm Arrow. Right now, Boston is still trying to do a lot of defense right now. Sky is going to finish off Runely and Ryutix. Boston is holding this still, and it's going to be a great hold. But the Shanghai pushing forward. There is only 2 members of Boston here, 3 members now. No healers. A charge coming in, not going to find purchase on anyone, so he's by himself in the back. Mirai coming forward to try and heal him. Unfortunately, falls down to Marks. Fire in the hole coming out for Marks. It is going to be on nobody, just kind of to push him back. Luckily, Junkrat does get his ult relatively quickly, but almost, first off, freshman defense by Boston, able to hold that back. Shanghai almost was able to move forward, and Super King getting staggered in the back. Really noticing that he was still back there, not able to come forward. And so they're going to be down a player on this last little push until the very last second when Super King comes forward. Cactus switching off to the Hamster. A wonderful halt that kind of keeps him from going around the side just a little bit. Coalescence coming. A Dragon Strike is going to come out on the side of the payload, or nothing is going to be killed, unfortunately. Super King going down. Muley's going to find Mariah thanks to Deadeye. Really does finish off Artillatron's bongos. Sky finishes off Ranger. A nerf this coming out, going to make them scatter as best they can. Really saying, I have to stay on the point, and decides to take the self-destruct to the face. Rutix does finish off Sky before he can get back in the mech. Greco does finish off Rutix with the damage orb, and Willie is going to finish off the Hamster. And there's Super King, who was staggered so bad coming to the very end of that fight, but a great hold from Boston.
Great hold. It really came down to ult usage, the ult economy, and personal plays. Gotta still bring up the fact that we have Cactus coming in, and he's stuck with Winston. I'm starting to question if the Winston was maybe part of the problem when it came to keeping Ranger alive.
Mm-hmm. Now, he did do that fantastic charge, and he was trying to be held up by the Mercy, but they were able to focus him down because he was the only one on the point at the time. But a great defense. I like the positioning of most of what I saw from Boston, using the corner as best they can, falling back to the point when they needed to. I like the attack patterns or attack direction that Shanghai was coming for. They were trying to push forward and go to the left and kind of get some cover before coming around and peeking through the corner, but it just seems that Boston was able to get the better picks and was able to do the full hold.
Oh, excellent. Look at that. We have Zumbra on the Boston side. We're hoping to get a nice little EMP.
Oh, they might be debating you right now, as they can pick at the very last second.
Don't
So let's just look at Shanghai on defense. So what do we have?
All right, so we have Runley sticking with the 200 IQ Lucio. Ryu coming back with Doomfist. We have Ranger sticking with Ryan. Mirari with Mercy. Cactus sticking with the Winston on defense. Interesting. And Super King now going with the 76.
Super King we so far have seen on Junkrat, and a fantastic job with Reaper, but we're going to see him do some great soldier play as well. So let's see what he can do. Right now they are kind of holding. It looks like Shanghai is going to wait for them to push forward onto the point before kind of bashing into them as they come around the corner. Great positioning up here by Super King. He is able to get down and push for and get the second high ground relatively quickly, thanks to Soldier being able to dash as fast as he can. But let's see what if Boston notices. They are moving forward together as a team. I like it. Artillatron moving forward. A dash from Rangers. Not going to find anybody. Marks does finish off Super King before he can get any picks. Right now it is Willie falling down to Ranger. Marks gets Cactus. Oh! Rutix does take down Refuge. Runely unfortunately falling down. Mirai does get Cactus back up, and right now Boston is winning this fight. It is only just Cactus here. Cactus to get back on the point. It is going to be a Boston cap. Oh, Shanghai trying to go with the pushes. If only he had gotten somebody with the charge, it would have perhaps gone around to the other side, but that is going to be it's a tied game, 2-2.
I am happy for this.
I am happy.
I wanted to see Game 5.
We're going to Game 5.
And let's just point out the Lucios on both sides. I feel like they have been the unsung heroes.
They are doing great jobs. They are boosting their team. They are booping people away. They are doing fantastic ults. And don't worry, guys, we see you.